think we're live. All right. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers, Troy Stars, trucking blogs. Shout out to whatever your job description is. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Don't let that go over your head. Wanting good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Not more for you and less for others, but wanting good for others as much as you want good for yourself. If that's you, you're a good person. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody tuning in this morning. Thank you for being here. And we're here on this beautiful day. It is the 2nd of July, 2024, and we're alive to say it. And not only that, we're alive to say it, and we're feeling good on this day. We're up and we're healthy and we're strong, and we have a lot to give thanks for. And we do give thanks to the Most High this morning. Make we start out the way. We're not running no church service, we just give thanks. You see what I say? I come from an era where even gunman used to carry a gun around here, so, and them used to carry a little Bible in them pocket up here, so it was always God in everything for us. See? So this is nothing strange to us. All right? We just say give thanks. Regardless, give thanks. In spite of, give thanks. Always remember, give thanks. It could have worse. Or them say, what's up? Yeah, but we're on the good side. Not true? All right, here we are. Good afternoon, all. Dorothy T says, afternoon. Where are you, Dorothy T? Hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. Audrey Wright says, thank you, Audrey. Who that? I see the British flag flying in here. Let's see who that. Oh, 5Field63, definitely. All the way from England. Big up yourself, 5Field63. Thank you for being here as well. Going down the list this morning, Mr. Article Don, first one in the building. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. BM is here also. Great goodies here. Miss Goldie Robinson is with us. Miss Goldie Robinson, big up yourself. Audrey Wright is here. Says morning, fam and present teacher. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Kai Tai Jai Empress Upments is in the building. Thank you for being here. Rosalind Smichael is here. Darlene Walter Riley, thank you for being here. King Biggs, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Justin Brown is in the building. Welcome to the family, Justin Brown. Thank you for being here. And 5Field63 all the way from UK. Thank you for being here again. Sharon Spence is with us, says morning family and SouFlo. Senior Sexy is in the building. Onika St. John is in the building. Banches is in the building. Audrey Wright says hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live. BM is in the building with us this morning. Deon Ricketts is here with us. Donna Davis is here with us. Bless up yourself. Dorothy T is here with us as well. Big up yourself. Ferron is here. And Alicia says it's at Cat 5 now with winds at 165 miles per hour. I just heard it on the news a while ago. Lovely Aneka. Lovely Aneka is in the building with us this morning as well. Go over to Lovely Aneka's channel. That's another one of our content creators. Go deal with our content and see what she's about and all these things. Lovely Aneka hit the big 4-0 yesterday. I'm not the type of man to tell a woman's age or anything, but she put it out and I saw it pop up on IG that she hit the big 4-0. So welcome to the big 4-0 club. We are big people now. We age come off a calendar. And that's them say your age come off a calendar, you know. You're a big somebody now, you know. Well, like you're a big somebody now, you know. I thought you picked me something. Dorothy T says is in the building with us this morning. But King Big said, yes. So here we are on this beautiful morning, people. A lot to be thankful for. Boy, my chair squeaky this morning. Watch out. I wake up this morning. I woke up really early. I left the house at 2:30 this morning. Picked up my boys and we went to the gym. And we were at the gym and we got a proper workout until almost 5 o'clock this morning. Then my drive come back on my yard and then I started working on 2 computers like a chef on 2 stoves and you know what I'm saying, I was doing my thing in here. So if you not see me do like this or anything, is because my body is probably hurting. Because I tell you, say, I'm not just gonna let myself go out like that. I do let myself go at times, and then I clean myself back up. You know, sometimes I have to look at myself from the outside, looking in. I see the big belly and these things. I'm say, yo, SouFlo, that not look too good enough. You have to fix up yourself. So I'm gonna dedicate that time to being back in the gym again. But it stop. I did stop. And sometimes you just get tired and you just feel like being in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Just let go yourself and just enjoy life a little bit, yeah, man. And that's what I was doing. But me realize that I leg on myself too much. So I gotta reel it back in now. So I have to go find up and shape up again. So that's where I'm at with that. Lovely Anika says, Lord, my knees and my back are hurt me already. I'm proud of my age too. Me not hide it. But thank you so much for the birthday love from you and wifey and everybody else. Sis Afia just entered the chat. Hotep, Grand Rising. Thank you for being here, Sis Afia. A fire. All right. Now I'm going to start saying a fire and not a fear. You're going to have to call and correct me if I'm wrong. Because we deal with fire, right? Yo, listen. There's a hurricane and there's a hurricane. Join the club, young birds. Dorothy T says, join the club, young birds. Why? I don't think it's a club that, you know what? No, forget that. We're not doing no negative nothing. Happily join the club. Happily join the club. When I look and I see how many had plans to make it this far in life and got cut short for whatever reasons, accident, um, take out themselves, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Illness, and you still here, and you still going, and you still feel good, and you're still looking good, and you're still able to provide and self-sustain and be, man, you better be happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm more than happy. I don't care what's hurting. My back hurt, my knee them start creak. My head feel like it I gather water sometimes because I start forget things. I think that's just me doing too much though. Trying to do too many things at once and blaming it on age. But yeah, me happy because I'm here. I'm here. I should say younger birds. Cause the bird, them about they're not young again. We come in like yard fowl now. We tough. Them need pressure cooker for we meet now. Yeah, the young thing gone. We not no more young nothing of this. Audrey Wright says, me too. Me leg on myself so tell me step on the scale the other day and it ball out. Lord, miss one at a time. One at a time, please. I tell you what, I went and did a physical, right? I hope you people are doing your physicals, okay? I went and did a physical. I don't know why I stopped by the place and then draw 5 vial of blood. And I thought, okay, let me just do this the day before the physical so me and the doctor can go over the results of etc. Boy, no mention say me never remember say me give them 5 vials of blood and come home and nearly drop down. Now, speaking to the doctor after, now I get to know too much in my business, but you know, the doctor was like, yo, this is the first time because you're like the guy that always comes and everything reads perfectly. You gained some weight, quite a bit, and what else wasn't right? My triglyceride levels wasn't right. And that scared the daylights out of me. Just that one lick of something there. You know, my triglyceride levels are off. She said, you've been letting yourself go lately. You've been indulging in eating excessively, types of foods that, you know, probably too much mayo is in it or too much fat, unhealthy fat and etc. I say yes. And she was like, you want to pull that back, you know, because this is where heart attack and stroke could develop from. And then the 2 words there, you know, have to say nothing more to me. Heart attack, stroke, no, ma'am. I'm drinking water. I'm eating fruits and vegetables, and I'm getting my proper healthy proteins in the process because those are the building block of your cells. And I'm friggin' taking care of myself. Me no want to hear nothing about no heart attack and no stroke. And as I gain knowledge, I share knowledge with you. I don't know if this is available in everybody's city, but they are now offering full body scans. And the full body scans, you don't need no insurance if you can pay. Some people's insurance might cover it, some people don't. But I found out the cash price, and the cash price is only $150. $150, they scan you from head to toe. This is a new and better way of looking inside of your body. You can offer for specifically a heart scan where them can go into both chambers of the heart. They can see if there are any blockages developing. Same thing for the brain. If there are any blockages developing, same thing for the cavity of your stomach, your midsection area. That is what I'm about to do next. Cause boy, me I take all the precautions I can take to make sure that I live a long and healthy life. Life sweet. What I talk about? All when life bad, life sweet. For me, I'm just here to enjoy life. Even on my most down, depressing, feeling kind of day, I still find joy in life. I still wake up and try to find a smile, a reason to smile, a reason to give thanks, a reason to be here another day and try harder again. So me not try left out a year too early. And I'm very much scared of things like stroke and heart attack and these kind of things. So yeah, blocked arteries and all these things. The look it up on Google, just like how you Google your late night porn and you try to look for other woman, man, or other man, woman, and them something there. You can use a computer for that too and look up full body scan in my area or near me and see what they have available. For those of you who are tuning in from another country, I don't know what you guys have in your other country, but I found it here in Florida, close to me, and I'm about to schedule that and go get that done. Nacho, food tastes good. Usually not good for us, says Karen Notice. Absolutely. Yesterday I had an omelet, and my wife is switch up the thing immediately. Just an omelet made with 2 or 3 eggs, and she cut up bell peppers and stuff in it, and then a bowl of fruits, and that was my breakfast. And I consumed water throughout the day, and then in the evening, we did have some ackee and saltfish. No, we went and bought saltfish, and we had ackee fresh from Jamaica that we brought back, and we did have some leftover coconut rice and peas, and then we mixed some of the coconut rice and peas. I don't know if you've ever had ackee and saltfish with rice and peas. Doesn't sound like something that would taste good, because we have our different, but it's so good. And I was surprised at how little of it I ate. I mean, a man will usually clean off a big plate. So that's another thing that the doctor said. Not like I need a doctor to tell me, so watch your portions. You know what I'm saying? Because that's very important too. And for Caribbean people, I can speak for all Caribbean islands when I say this, because this is not just a Jamaica thing. We practice something in the Caribbean. Tell me if I'm wrong. If you're from a different Caribbean island than Jamaica and you tuned in right now, tell me if I'm wrong. But I think I'm right, because I spent extensive time around Trinis. I was around pretty much everybody else that's in the Caribbean. New York is like a melting pot, and we're all there. So, but the Trinidad, I did my close people. So we practice a thing where we plate big and heavy with food, and the plate high up, and it's whole heap of rice pack up on it, and then your meat and your provisions and your this and your that, and we practice cleaning off the entire plate. Yeah, that is a thing that we probably need to watch as well. Start clean off the entire plate. But when time you lick up and then put you at the table and them say, come eat your dinner, and you say, yeah, I don't want that, and grandma says, shut up and eat it. That's your dinner. Don't want to hear another word out of you until you're finished. And you better finish everything on the plate too. And you have to stay there and eat, even if you never want it, till you finish everything on the plate. We carried that with us into adulthood. So now, as grown people, we make a big plate of food when we cook, because we cook our favorite thing now, because we're grown now. And me used to pray if you get grown. I say, yo, one time I big enough, 2 steamed fish me one, because them used to give me like the head, or then I have to dig out the eye and them something out there, or they'll give you the tail, but you wouldn't get like one whole fish, right, as a little picnic. I say when I get big, me and them all 2, 3 steamed fish. You see all the curry goat and All the oxtail are 20 pieces of oxtail because they will only give you like 2 pieces of oxtail and everything else will just be a food on the plate. Yam and banana, dasheen, whole heap of gravy, and something like that. So now we're fulfilling those promises to ourselves as well. So now we're big, we in our own kitchen. Nobody not in there for tell us, come out of the pot. Why you eating so much? Or you only get 2 pieces, right? Nobody to regulate you now. So now you're like, man, I'm off the whole pot. I've been waiting for this day. So we force feed ourselves. We yam off the whole pot and we eat off the whole plate. And it's not good for us. So yeah, shout out to every Caribbean island. This is something I know for a fact that we all practice. Big plate of food, high so, and you clean off everything off of the plate. That's straight across the Caribbean lines. And it's not good for us, right? I do not eat a lot of food. I do not eat a lot of food, and that is too. Donna Davis to eat a lot of food. Karen notices I force my daughter to eat tomatoes, and now she doesn't eat it, and she's allergic to coconut. You force your daughter to eat tomatoes. My son don't eat tomatoes. Jaden can't stand it. If it's anywhere in the food, he'll find it. He doesn't eat it. Kosi don't like vegetables. If you give him a burger, he'll take off the lettuce, the tomato, and pickles and whatever else is on it. And want the bread and the meat and the cheese, and that's it. Kai is different. Kai eats lettuce, tomato, cucumbers 24/7. Like the kid will wake up and that's what he wants for breakfast. And then dinner time, that's what he wants for dinner. And lunchtime, till in the middle of the day, he wants a salad again. I wish I could be like him, you know? But that's how we start out innocent till somebody train us otherwise. And then we overeat. Did y'all know? Fun fact. I learned this in school while I was at Kaiser University, that the human mind, we are the only mammals on the face of the earth that has a blocker inside our brain that speaks to our stomach that says, you're full, stop eating. Did y'all know that? You're full, stop eating. And once you hear it, you stop. Children practice this. That's why when a child says, I don't want any more, I'm full, you shouldn't force them to eat more. Because when you do that, like they did to us, you're instilling that it's okay to ignore that blocker in your brain and continue to eat. Knowledge is power. You share it when you get it. Watch this. They have now invented, well, they have for a while, knowing that we are the only mammals that possess this in our brain that speaks to our stomach that says, you're full, stop. We don't need any more, we're good. Guess what them wicked people are do? They went and invented a chemical that you could go look this up. They invented a chemical that goes on your food. What does this chemical do? That chemical blocks the part of the brain that says you're full, stop eating. And it's in your food, especially those of us who live here. This is one of the reasons why when you're in, listen, man, may I learn nothing up. I went to Jamaica the other day again, and I'm in Jamaica, and me and wife here said, Mr. Babe, you full? She said, yes, Mr. Me full too. But we not eat nothing. What we eat from morning? And she said, boy, me have one patty. I want cocoa bread. Drink a juice. Never eat nothing else for the rest of the day. I'm say, yeah, me never eat the cocoa bread, but me eat 2 patty. From way in the morning, and it's evening time now, I'm not feel for eat nothing else. So I'm questioning myself, saying, so you're just gonna eat 2 patty for the whole day? But my body is saying, you're full. You don't need nothing. But when I'm here in the US, I will eat 6 patty. 6. I will eat a big plate of food. Scrape off everything. And sit down there and feel like, oh my God, I'm so full. Why did I eat so much? And I was thinking, that chemical is in the food. And it's making your brain say, eat more. You need more. Eat more. Even though you're like, oh, you can literally see your belly stretch. Right? You can literally see your belly stretching. But they had that damn chemical in the food. And I went and looked it up again. I did see it on a documentary years ago. Didn't really pay attention to it. So I went and looked it up when I was in Jamaica. I said, is there a chemical that they actually did invent that does go on food that blocks the part of your brain that tells you when you're full so you continue to eat? Sure as hell is. And it's used mostly in fast food, in the fast food industry, but it's probably used now on pretty much almost everything. Just sharing with you so you know. Cause I know me want out here get broad back and long belly. Me see everybody else to get it too. So we gotta get ourselves back on track because summer body is not summering and summer is here. Summer body, hey, 2024 summer just have to go take away get. But I'm working through it though. I hope so by the end of the summer I'll be looking how I'm supposed to look. How I'm supposed to look. Right now, I want to lose about 40 pounds, which is a hell of a feat. And I'm not trying to do it fast either. And I'm not trying to diet my way into it. I try to lose the 40 pounds at probably about 5 pounds a month, which is very realistic and very healthy to do. So whoever I try to do 40 pounds in a 1 month and these kind of things, you will kill yourself too. So don't do that either. It's not healthy. You know, when time girl I got Jamaica, she said she had to see her man because she haven't seen him in a while and think the first thing she do is take a wash out. No, don't lie, because I see you not do it. I have females in my family, lots of them. I see them do it. Them I go to Jamaica, go take cocky, so them, you know, wash up the thing, them wash out themselves and they wash out themselves and them start texting thing and them, yeah, them a hurry up lose weight. I'm like, you got 2 weeks to go. Your flight is in two weeks. Just give the man where you go give him when him reach. At Jamaica, him not go business. We don't really care. Yeah, we will lift it up and go under there and find it. We don't really business. We part Red Sea and go inside and look for what we want. We don't really care. But them, no, me can't go downstairs so far. Me I come from, me have to look nice. Outfit them have to fit me. So they start putting themselves through all kind of something. Them take wash out. Then them start exercise. You want to see them a bounce and stretch. Yeah. So I don't want to be that one day. I don't want to be that one day. I want to take my time and, you know, gradually taper it off until me look on the scale one day and it says you're 40 pounds lighter than what you were 6 months ago or something like that. That's healthy. As long as it's clean and fat. Talk no man. Talk no. As long as it's clean and it's buff, we are good to go. Any man tell you anything different in the on the other side are probably straddling the fence. Because you know enough fence straddlers exist among us today. Kata Dry Empress says it's all about the presentation. And you men know it. Yes, it's all about the presentation for real. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? We have an interesting question this morning, but I won't ask that question. I won't forget to ask. I'm going to have my paper like I do every morning. These are all the topics we have to talk about. I have to finish at 9 o'clock today. Today is a special day. I want y'all to help me wish my little man a happy birthday today, Makai. Y'all have watched, you know what, Shakira, belly swell up, baby born, Kai came. Kai is now 6 years. This is how I know time is flying. This little boy is now 6 years old already. Already. And we've kept him home long enough. And he's intelligent and he is everything I could have asked for in a child. Thanks be to the Most High. And he'll be going off to school for the first time in another 2 months. Right? So happy birthday to Kai. And today will be his day. Him say him want him birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese. So his Chuck E. Cheese birthday party is booked. His cake is booked. Everything like that. I'll be rounding up his siblings and everybody else who have to tap him granny yard and pick up him gifts and stuff because she have to do her thing and this, that, and the other, but it'll be his day today. So happy birthday, Makai. Daddy loves you unconditionally and forever and ever and ever. I'm a baby that. Yeah, that's my youngest boy. And whatever, you know what's funny about having him is that I can look back now and be like, yeah, what you did with the others, don't do it with him. Because his brothers are teenagers and him just 6, you know. And I told y'all before one time, I drip up Jaden, and I picked him up. I twisted, grab him like this and twist him shirt, so I lift him up so. And I had him in the air, and he was like so scared. He was like, "Dad, instead of beating me, can't you just teach me?" My baby said that to me, and it broke my heart, man. I put him down, never touched him again since that day. And he said that when he was 6, 7, about 7, somewhere in there, 7, 8, somewhere in there. And he is now 17, so you learn. So kind of get none of them the kind of treatment that he don't get the aggressive daddy. He don't get the, but me did I go through some things to y'all, man. Fresh out the military, broke as hell, all kinds of something I go on, trying to get my feet on the ground, this, that, and the other. Got all my children to raise. My children never felt struggle. They never felt pain. They never felt like they wanted and needed for stuff that wasn't there. I was shouldering all that, which is what I think a good parent is supposed to do. Which leads me to another topic. A lot of adults be sharing their struggles with children. I've always been against that. I've always thought that's some of the worst stuff you could do. I say big woman a cry in front of their little daughter because their man left them. And I'm so brokenhearted, and she play bare broke-hearted songs all day, and the poor little child is internalizing your stuff and singing the broken-hearted songs them all day. The children don't know how to deal with grown people drama. My kids don't have no business knowing what light bill is, what gas, water, car note, mortgage. They don't have no business knowing any of that. No child has a business knowing any of that. I want them to be children, and I want them to operate as children. And I tell them all the time, your responsibility is to be a child, and you pay me back by doing good in school. This is how I know you're going to do okay out in the world for yourself. I'm preparing you for a life where you can stand on your own and be okay in case anything happens to me. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't want you to do nothing else. Right now, my teenagers are breaking their neck like that. Please, especially Kosi, let me go to work. I want a job. So you want a job for what? You want a job for what? Because you don't need nothing. You want a job for what? Him want to fix up in truck. Him want to buy this and that and put. He's like a vehicle guy. I said, listen, that truck that you admiring so much and spending so much time on, that truck won't mean anything to you another 2 years from now, because he leaves high school 2 years from now. Do you have the grades to get into a college that you want to go to is what's going to really matter 2 years from now. You say you want to play college football. Do you qualify for a scholarship? Are you that good on the field? Have you been training your body, studying plays, getting your mind sharp, getting the grades? Have you been functioning as a student athlete and ready to go? Now, you spending your time on your truck? Okay, you're going to be around here driving that truck to your McDonald's job, because you sure as hell going to work if you miss that opportunity to do that. So you choose which one. But me not argue with you. So I lay the opportunities on the table for them, man. And that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. Thank you all for the happy birthdays for Makai. Makai is, if he was up, he would be reading them, but he is probably still asleep right now. I wasn't allowed to work until I was 20. Me never get it like that. I started working at 14. Yeah. Matter of fact, I started working at 13. And I started working at 13 at Winn-Dixie. So for those of you who are from Florida, because we have different, in Texas, them have Piggly Wigglies and other kind of grocery stores. In Florida, we have Publix and Texas, and then, of course, Walmart's everywhere, right? But I started working at Winn-Dixie. I used to pack people's groceries, carry them out to them car, pack the groceries in their car trunk for them, and they would give me a tip. And I would get that tip plus, let me show you how long ago this was. $4.25 an hour. That was minimum wage back then. And I started working at 13. I remember going for the job, and they hired me at 13 because in a few weeks I would have turned 14. And the manager was a Jamaican man named Owen. Big up to Owen, any which part of that. Owen said, Me I go hire you, you know. I hire you, but we're not supposed to hire you till you reach 14. You know how Jamaicans are. We'll speak like this formally until we realize, oh yeah, Jamaican, yeah, you too. All right then. So we're gonna chat like this now. So what go on with you? You want to work? You don't think you're too young for work? Me say no. My mother need help, and you know me want things too. Me no want to go to a road, go idle and stuff. Me prefer go school and then come find something do. And him say me like that. Here what? Me I'll hire you. Me couldn't hire you if I never your birthday a year, but through you turn 14 soon. So me I start you out up front, packing grocery bags, etc., and that's how I started. So I've been working since I was 14 years old, and I've never stopped working since I was 14. Real talk. See Marie's message 411 TV. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Marie's message is another content creator on YouTube. You can y'all can definitely go check out her channel too. Um, you know, deep stuff over there, deep stuff, insightful stuff as well. Marie's message says I started working at 14 as well. Yeah man, Win Dixie. 13-year-old baggers, Kai Joy Empress says 13-year-old baggers, Publix and Win Dixie supermarket. That was me. Exactly. That's what I tell them. That's why I don't want mine working yet. Dion Ricketts says I'd let him work. No, I don't want him to work. What he has in his mind, his dream of what he has to accomplish, he needs guidance. If you at some point as an adult, as a parent, you have to guide, right? And these teenagers, they don't see farther than their hand before their eyes. I'm seeing 2 years out. I realize now that they can't see 2 years out. Them don't have no foresight. Them can't see future wise. Them very short with things. So I'm seeing what's gonna happen if he misses that opportunity that he's been dreaming of since he was 5 years old. My son, check this out, right? Football chose Kosi. Kosi didn't choose football. Like, so as a baby, right? I remember him, he used to cry. Ah! One day I put the TV on football. I think it was the Super Bowl or something that happened, and everybody was festive. So I put it on. Let me see what's going on. And him stopped crying. I changed it, and him ball out like somebody lick him. I put it back. He stopped crying. This is the first time I noticed. So I said, oh, you like football? So I'm going to change it again just to make sure I'm on the right track. Him ball out again. I put it back. He stopped crying. He would sit before the TV as a little baby. I'm talking about 3, 4 years old. So I said, as soon as this kid is old enough to play football, I'm going to put him in football. So I did. I put him in football at 6 years old. He started out playing flag, then went to tackle, and then now he is 16 years old. So he has already invested 10 years into his dream for himself. He says he wants to go pro. I said, listen, it's a long journey to pro, and it's a lot of people that don't make it. But if you stick with it, I believe that you can make it. He's huge. He's big naturally. Even when he was little playing football, I would tell him, those little kids, they're faster than you and they are more agile than you, but genetics is going to weed them out as you get to high school, because this is where they need big boys, and you're naturally big. Sure enough, 10 years run off just like that. I'm at his high school, I'm at his games. I'm asking, where's so and so that used to play with you? Where's so and so that used to? None of them are there. All the fast kids stop growing. Everybody is like 4'11, 5'1, 5'2. My kid is 6'3 and still growing, right? So the genetics has weeded a lot of them out. A lot of them can't compete. College won't be looking at them because of their body size, their natural body size. So it has to be genetics plus your love for it. And I tell him all the time, if you don't love it, don't do it, because it takes a whole lot to do it. And you're going to have to really love it. And the love is what's going to take you through the pain, blood, sweat, and tears to accomplish what it is you want out of it. And he's like, yeah, man, this is me. This is what I want. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm pushing you then. You don't need no job. I don't need you to help me pay for nothing. You need no job. You need to focus on that. I got him his gym membership. I started taking him to the gym at 15. That's what the gym would allow. The gym has a rule that says by the time he's 16, at 16 years old, they can go to the gym by themselves. I got him and his brother full gym membership, so they can go without me. They can go to the gym without me, or we can go together, whichever way it is. I'm there at the gym, instructing them, helping them. You know what I mean? Then we take it to the football field, same thing. I just want them to fulfill their dreams that they have for themselves. I don't want their life story to be like, yeah, I started working at 14, and then I met this girl at work and then I got her pregnant and that's where I got my first child from. So I was a dad by the time I was 17. And then, I don't want to pick them story for me like that. I'm not saying your life went bad if that's your story. I'm just saying that's not what I want for mine, and that's not what they want for themselves either. So I'm just do my due diligence and guide them in the right direction so they can fulfill these dreams, visions they have for themselves. That's what we're supposed to do. That's your job as a parent, right? But enough about that though. Loving our kids and raising them properly and learning from each other and helping each other to raise our children in our village, our community, all these things. Good things. But let's talk about this. At 14-year-old, I opened up Bennett Water Pump Repair on Spanish Town Road across from Majestic Theater. Whoa, Saban TV. Say what? Saban TV says at 14 years old, I opened Bennett Water Pump Repair on Spanish Town Road across from Majestic Theater. Get out of here. Wow. That's what's up. You see what I'm saying though? Wow. Kaitai Joy Empress says working while in school is a big distraction. Yeah, it is, man. It's a huge distraction. And then the teenager them start make a little bit of money and then they're distracted even more. Because now they're convinced that them can survive off of this money and they're forgetting that they're still in your house, right? If you should actually kick them out on their minimum wage first job, them can't survive. And that's when reality hits them, but then it's too late because they gave up on what they should have been pursuing in the first place. So I'm telling my kids, like, I'm pushing you all the way through. One go. Go through. When you reach the other end, you can cuss me, thank me, whatever, but I know you'll be okay because you'll have the tools to survive from here on out. Yeah, that part there. So that's what we're doing over here, man. We're pushing them through. Matter of fact, I'm about to start because the football player ones, there's two of them. I have Jaden and I have Kosi, and they're both doing pretty good. So I'm about to start both of them YouTube channels. Their YouTube channels, check this out, right? The world has changed. Back in my time, or back in the day, when you were good at athletics, you had to wait for a recruiter from a school to hopefully see you and recognize your school and then recognize you. Or a coach had to go pitch you to a university or a college somewhere, right? That's how we got scholarships. Not no more. Nowadays, you market yourself. So it's about your reels and about your channel. So they'll establish their YouTube channels, and then from there on, in senior year, I would say, junior to senior year, and then of course senior year, we'll start doing the shopping as far as pulling the coaches' attention to what they're able to do, and then whatever coach is interested will be like, yeah. Let's see some more of this. Come on down for a tryout or for a workout weekend camp or whatever it is, and we'll start doing those kind of moves then. Look forward to it. It's going to be an exciting journey, and they want to share it with this channel, and I want to share it with this channel too, because this channel actually started when they were 4 and 5 years old. No, they were 6 and 7. 6 and 7 years old. When they just started football, this channel started. And now they have 2 years left in high school, and we're still here and we're still growing, and they've grown so much. So it's a beautiful thing all around. Yeah. All right. With that said, Let's talk about this hurricane that's heading to Jamaica, though. Somebody said earlier that it's now a category 5. I saw in the American news that it was a category 5, but I checked when that went up and it said it was a category 5 on the 1st. That was yesterday. More updated information says from out of Jamaica says, which was posted on the 2nd, which is today, says that it is now a category 4. However, that's still a very strong hurricane. I don't know if it's back to a category 5. There was a report that said by the time it hits Jamaica, it was going to be a category 2. I'll tell you something like this. I've survived quite a few hurricanes, both in Florida here and in Jamaica. I have one in Jamaica and two in Florida. That's 3. You can't predict a hurricane like that. They can try. You know, man always trying to do what God said. It's a 5. Dion Ricketts says it's a 5. Okay, see? They said by the time it hits Jamaica, it'll be a 2. Then they said it was a 4. Then they said it was a 5. Then they went back to being a 4. Now they're saying it's a 5 again. You can't predict. I don't think humans can predict God's work. You just have to brace yourself and know that something strong is coming. And I mean, prayers without works don't work, people. So you know you have some people there where I got prayer. But if you never nail down the rooftop properly and it come in as a 5, just know say your rooftop gone. Yeah, you have to go re-roof the house there. You understand? They're going to pray that it flies over. The hurricane watch that has been in effect for Jamaica since this morning has now been upgraded to a hurricane warning at Category 4 Hurricane Beryl as it continues to move towards the Eastern Caribbean on a track towards the island, Jamaica. This is this morning. I'm reading this now. So unless it was upgraded again recently, for those of you who might be watching it live, it's hit a 5. But what I got before we started this live this morning was a 4. So the meteorologist service said that in its latest bulletin on Monday that it means that the following dangerous effects of a hurricane are expected to affect Jamaica in 36 hours or less. That's what they said on Monday. We're not meteorologists, but I think people know all the stuff to look out for now. As a hurricane, we're grown people. You know, high winds, stuff flying around in the air, water, danger, power lines down. You know, I saw the hurricane was going through St. Vincent and the Grenadines. St. Vincent and the Grenadines got hit pretty hard. There are a lot of damaged houses there. Their prime minister was out this morning giving tour of the place and saying how much they need help, right? It hit Barbados after St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but it didn't hit Barbados too bad compared to how it did St. Vincent and the Grenadines. But me see, while they were filming it, me see a brother stand up outside with a special, we call a special like rum and boom or whatever you mix in a little, you know, the little glass cup of them use. My brother stand up outside with a cup in his hand and a spliff right there. And the breeze is blowing like the breeze is bending trees. And him stand up in my lean like this in the breeze. And the breeze bending trees. I say, yeah, we don't take nothing too serious. We don't take nothing serious at all. Next thing you know, a gust of breeze blow and him end up at Cuba. You don't know how him reach Cuba. Him just end up at Cuba. Brother have him cup, the cup now shake or nothing. Spliff now shake, spliff still light. Rocking in slow motion. No visa needed. Listen, if it's taken off the roof of your house, imagine what it would do to you. So all we can say to the people, well, I pray God said don't hit my part of Jamaica. and mess up the little house that we have done there. My grandparents them house, but I hope it doesn't hit Jamaica at all, period. But if it does, I hope we come out on the better side. And I hope people adhere to the rules, regulations, or to the warnings, then, for lack of a better word, to the warnings. So at 7 p.m., the eye of Hurricane Beryl was located near this latitude, whatever. We're not forgetting into all that. Beryl's moving west, heading to Jamaica, should be hitting Jamaica sometime shortly. And that's all we need to know about Beryl. As far as the government goes, Andrew Holness says he's thinking about considering power, giving more power under the DRMA as Hurricane Beryl approaches. If you all know what the DRMA is, that is the Disaster Risk Management something. He's thinking about giving more power to law enforcement in Jamaica so that they can do their jobs and protect in case of looting and cause you know some of we unruly bad. We just wait for Mr. Chin roof tear off him little shop. Cause if that rotted tear off, I have supplies for weeks. That's just some people. I'm just saying. And don't tell me I'm wrong because it's true. Make one of them truck there full up of Denos and Geddes, any kind of goods, turn over. Yeah, we supplied up for weeks. So he's saying that he's thinking about giving extra authority to law enforcement personnel so they could be out here policing up the place so we don't get too unruly in the storm. Because we're not afraid enough. We will dodge the eye of the storm and go take what we want and dodge it and come back in. Yo, brother, look here. Yeah, the safe. And the safe, we have to go crack it. Yeah, the wind strong out there, safe blow. Me see safe and roll down the road. Boot up, boot up, boot up. All of Mr. Chin money in the safe, brother. Take up the safe and car, go home in the wind. So we're serious. And you know, most of us are probably joking our way through this. I remember the last hurricane, or the first hurricane, the only hurricane that I went through in Jamaica. So the house did solid. I watched my neighbor them did have a board and wood construction house. And then they were building a new house next to it, concrete house. That hurricane took the new roof off the new house that they were building and lift it up and drop it on them regular house that they were living in before. Mash up the house bad. And that was right next to us. We didn't have no problems. I was actually inside. I remember my grandparents were farming and my grandfather did just not too long ago get some baby chicken. And they had to like empty out the chicken coop and use one of the bedroom them in the house and spread all kind of something, spread newspaper all over the floor and put the baby chicken them inside of the house with all kind of things like that. I remember us just waiting inside the house and just seeing everything. We are look out enough, but they never want us close to the windows because we have these glass window pane in case them blow out. But we are trying to look out as kids, and I remember seeing stuff just blowing and bending. And the whole away, when it passed, joyous times, run right outside. And we done, y'all seen the video, when you see the piece of property, up and down through banana walk and coffee piece. And we looking for all the avocado them we blow off by a tree. We say pear, when I say avocado. So we hear the pear them when them are drop. And we are count between ourselves as kids. We say, that one they are for me. And my sister say, yeah, that one they are for me. I say, no, for me. And she said, no, that's a mine. You said the first one are yours. We inside the argue about pear or drop off a tree. So we weren't even pressed about the hurricane, right? But I'm telling my Jamaican people, don't take it lightly here. Y'all go, make sure say you firm up yourself wherever you're at and get some protection around you. Stay someplace solid. If you live in a little board house, I don't think that's where you want to be right now. Find some concrete dwelling, get into. Although some of them board houses are strong enough. You know, speaking of board house, Coming from Clarendon, we're not really into board house up that side. We're more into concrete house. It wasn't until I went to Westmoreland. When I went to Westmoreland for the first time, I fell in love with board houses. I started seeing some board houses when I start telling myself, say, you know, say one of them here I want. Yeah, I want one of them here. Cause them, the board house, them, the people that live in a board house, them board house survive through everything, you know. Not think because it's board, oh damn, everybody in board house are gonna get blew away. No, those board houses are built strong. I just love the rustic look. Jamaica, this beautiful Caribbean island, especially if you're anywhere near the sea. And then the natural element of wood, the board. I don't know, I love board house. So now when anytime I go through Westmoreland, I say, yo, that one that beautiful man. Look on the one that nice man. I find myself I drive around now and I admire board house. So big up to the people that in your board house. I might get one of these days. Mango and breadfruit hunting time. Yeah, right after the hurricane done. We just want to know so the eye pass. Not even, you know, when hurricane comes, right, there's an after part to it. And after that, after the eye pass or whatever, the worst part pass, there's rain. We don't care about the rain. We outside in the rain. We out the door in the rain and look for breadfruit to blow off a tree. We look for banana we pop down. The whole banana tree them bend up. We look for pear. We look for, it depends on what is in season. We're looking for those too. We gather up ackee. Ackee season right now in Jamaica. We gather up ackee. We're looking for all kind of stuff. Right? We don't want none of ackee them where didn't open up though. Them one they would dash them where. But we looking for just gone out food hunting. And our grandparents didn't, them never hold us in the house. These kids grow up different today. Our grandparents didn't hold us in the house. Our grandparents go. And we come out of the house and we outside with a little bag. And everybody I look, oh, me find one. Big pear, you know. Oh, me find you plan to eat your pear with bulla and all kind of sitting. So it won't be all bad. And we'll be okay. That's what I'm trying to get to. This too shall pass and we will be okay. It's a whole lot of panicking going on right now. I just pray for the people who are probably elderly or ill in some kind of way or disabled in some kind of way where they can't help themselves, or somebody who lives in a dwelling that is completely not safe, like the man and his family when Mr. Beast go up the hill, go find and gave them a new house. Like people who live like that, I'm concerned for them. Because boy, that the house they look like me could have blown it down with my mouth. If me turn up the house alone, much less a hurricane. So I hope those people are okay. And then everything else will be all right. You know, this too shall pass. Kataja Empress says, I'm getting ready to build a house in Jamaica and I was thinking concrete house with a board panel outside just to give it that rustic look. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm thinking of a board house though. Just all board house. Cause me no know, me just love a board house. And I know somebody's gonna say that's not wise, SouFlo. That's not wise. Cause hurricane come and blah blah blah. But here what? You're on earth for a limited amount of time here, so. And I just feel like we should live the way how we want to live. You know, visiting my grandparents' place now, it was so strange. Like I can't believe said them two people here are no longer here. These are two persons that I thought would be here forever, and they're no longer here. So they have no control now over what happens to that land, what happens to the property and everything that's left behind. Guess what? Somebody else is going to come and take it and flip it for them way how it suits them and do what them want to do with it. So if me put a nice board house on a piece of land, when me gone left it, one of my youth them might say, I didn't like daddy's board house, so them knock down the board house, the piece of land still there. Them can build up a concrete house if them like it, right? I have a combination house in the grill and I love it. Dion Ricketts says I have a combination house in the grill and I love it. A combination of board and concrete. Board and concrete. Yeah, I love Westmoreland. I am a Clarendon person, and you couldn't tell me nothing about Clarendon before. I am so in love with Westmoreland now that it looked bad. It looked bad. We were having a discussion the other day online, and somebody said, "Where you get the best food in Jamaica? What parish?" And Mrs. Somebody said Clarendon, and I said Westmoreland, and the person said, "SouFlo, you sell out, man. You say Westmoreland and a Clarendon you come from, and you know so we can cook good." I said, "No, Westmoreland take the cake for true. Like I give my hats off to them. Them bad. Them take the cake for true." Listen up. I have other vlogs coming up where you're gonna see some food spots which I will tell you all about so that when you're there you don't miss them, because we literally could not find any food better. And the thing about Westmoreland is this: them have two ends, right? That you can enter and exit from. And on the two ends, you have what's called borders or border. Me didn't only know about one border, and the only border I knew about was the St. Elizabeth Westmoreland border. When you reach border, you see the whole heap of pot them line up on the stall, them line up on the food. I thought that was the only one. Now me I come in from a different angle. I come from St. Ann and came to a different angle, and I'm like, whoa, border. Pull up real quick. I'm in the car talking about, man, you know that nice right now. Some jerk pork with a nice right now. And my wife is like, Shakira, she big 7-day Adventist over there about jerk pork. But anyway, we pull up in there, and the cars would not stop coming. The car them are come. I'm talking about people from resorts, vans, baka van. 12 people jump out of this, 7 jump out of that, 5 jump out of this. They pull up fast, right? And the food, them just slinging the food. They just slinging the food, and the food is super good. And anytime we leave outside of that, if I'm going in, I make sure I get my food. When I'm coming out, I make sure I get my food again, because I don't know when me I go buck up in a food like this again. And let me tell you, so we move around the island, we move around Jamaica, and I can't find food like that. Every time I eat anything else, I'm like, it's all right, it can go on, but I don't like the pepper shrimps I get from the old lady them yesterday from Westmoreland. Pepper shrimps. I'm coming back. See a brother, I say, yeah, all your shrimps them look, him say, me have $500 and $1,000 bag them. I say, let me see what the $500 bag them look like. Him say, see it here. I say, all right. So the big bag them $1,000 bag now. I had $5,000 on me. I said, give me 5 by a big bag them. Him say, yeah? What? I said, give me 5 by the big bag them. Him say, oh, all right. And him give me 5 by a big bag them. So wife is say, I gone home for the day now. He making money. He making money already for the day and gone. I said, no, sir. She said, yeah, man, him good for the day now. But the 5 big bag of pepper shrimps for me get is, I just want to go back right now. God no. As long as it's clean and good and you're blessed, first you're all right. And you're blessed first you're all right. No, sir, I'm a food connoisseur. My wife can super cook. I can do decent for myself. So it's hard for me to like eat Jamaican food that's not cooked to a certain standard. And I think that makes it difficult. I'm a tourist. So when I'm in Jamaica, I don't eat it like a tourist. It's not like, oh, this is so good and tasty. And nah, me I eat it like my granny can cook. Me used to eat my granny cooking. My granny teach me to cook. Miss Ruby teach me to cook. And then my mother, super cook. My mom is a super, up till this day, my mom cook for me right now. If she call me right now and say, yeah, me have some pea soup, gone our yard, right? Sometimes I just go and take the whole pot. Because my mom is like, I don't eat a lot and I don't want all the food laying around the house. Okay, say no more, I'm gone with the whole pot. So it's somebody who will cook Jamaican food for me. They have to cook it to a certain standard. That's why if I tell you about a place in a Jamaica, don't miss it when you go there. Don't miss it when you go there. And you will come back and be like, yo, SouFlo, for real. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But any border of Westmoreland, make sure you stop there before. Don't pass it. If you pass it, turn back. Go get the food. Because you probably won't find anything better outside of that. We couldn't find anything better outside of that. Yeah, man. Karen Notice says, I agree. If it don't taste good, I'm not eating it. Me too. If it don't taste good, me not yam it. Me dash away. And so, well, no, I'm lying. I have to be honest. If it don't taste good, my wife will dash it away. If it don't taste good for me, I'm the kind of me cheap enough. Me super cheap enough. If it don't taste good, me bear it and eat it. I'll be like this. And me tell her, I said, well, we pay for it already and somebody have to eat it because we can't just throw away money like that. I guess that's me. I will do the wickedness to myself and name it regardless. But yeah, me not dash no food. Not if I paid for it already. That part. Hey, did y'all see that Donald Trump got immunity? They granted Donald Trump immunity. Now, it's not total immunity. He has been granted absolute immunity for core acts. Core acts meaning the things he did while he was in office as president. Well, Dion Ricketts says Trump thing is sad. This is a historical, consequential, and controversial decision. That's how it's described. The Supreme Court granted substantial immunity from prosecution to former President Donald Trump on election subversion charges. So Fannie Mae, no, it's not Fannie Mae, it's Fannie Willis, right? From Atlanta, that the same person who was prosecuting Young Thug and the rest of them, Fannie Mae Willis or Fannie Willis, she's probably punching air right now because if he is granted substantial immunity from prosecution for election subversion charges, that means she don't have a case. So the Atlanta case stuff is going to get thrown out. There you have it. Whatever else they have him on, giving money to the woman for some service, whatever that was. I just can't believe that we got somebody who's running for president and he has felonies. But again, nothing surprises me. This is billionaires. And I tell people this all the time. A billionaire don't even speak the same language as us. So we can't even fathom what goes on in a dear world, like the connections what them have. You understand? The type of connections what them have. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm doing good. We spoke quite recently regarding the Trump issue. I have to clap my hands and thank God that the Supreme Court kind of have some sense in the action that they took.
Oh, you're the one. You're the one that called in recently and said, "Okay, we got you now. I know who you are now." Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Do you know why this case was brought at this approximate time? Like with all other cases that were brought against Trump, it was a ploy for him to be entangled in the court cases.
So he wouldn't be able to run for president? I mean,
yes.
Okay, but I mean, yeah, but everything is political and strategic though. So even if it was, it still doesn't override the fact that what he did happened.
What did he do?
He incited, the insurrection at the.
Okay, first of all, all this argument about insurrection failed.
Wait, no. You asked me what he did. He was the one that incited that.
Bullshit.
Why you say bullshit? He plain out said he was at a rally that was not too far from the Capitol, and he plain out incited it by telling the people to go and take their America. You're not gonna let them take America from you. He was. Why?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so and they left from where he directed them to there, and he told them to meet him there. He just didn't show up there, but they went there.
Fabrication of the facts that happened there.
What do you have on the table?
Okay, firstly, if you had watched that complete video about him at the protest at January 6th, you realize that he said, go there and protest peacefully.
No, there wasn't a there was not protest. There was a rally before, and he said it at the rally.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. The rally.
He said it at the rally. Yeah.
Go there and protest peacefully.
He didn't say peacefully.
He said peacefully. You've not watched the video of what he said.
I've seen the video, and he did not say peacefully.
You need to watch over the video. And once again, all this argument crumbles is that when the January 6th committee that came and was formed in Congress, they actually disbanded because they showed that everything that they were saying about what happened on January 6th was fabricated. Do you recognize that the January 6th committee was a waste of time?
No.
Oh my God. All right, cool.
No.
The case being brought against him right now was being brought in time for the election so that he can be forced off the ticket. So what the Supreme Court says is they gave him partial immunity and they kicked it back to the lower courts.
Right.
But it being kicked back to the lower courts, it says that, okay, you can try him in the lower courts, but he has some part of immunity from certain acts that he did.
Right.
So what does this do is it gave a win for Trump in saying that you cannot try me until after the election.
Right.
And what this also does is it shows the precedents, meaning every other president before and after
should benefit from this.
Presidential immunity.
Should benefit from it.
Case 40 years ago that the Supreme Court even used in their said that yes, something 40 years ago with other individuals that provided precedence for the judgment that they made. You see what I'm saying? Even Obama as that president, or even Obama as presidential immunity, every president coming and before as presidential immunity.
They have some level. Yes, they have some level of presidential immunity.
What the media does is, and what you take from the media is, the small thing that he says and cherry pick certain things to make your argument.
I'm not following.
I know you're not following because it doesn't suit your argument.
No, bro, I'm not following because I'm not following. I'm not following, meaning I'm not understanding where you're coming from or going with this. Not because it doesn't suit my argument.
He's not going to be charged for anything because he has immunity and he told them to go and protest peacefully. And I'm
telling you,
because they were trying to lie on the man, and the lies come up blood and to everybody, and they have to disband it.
They didn't give him. They didn't give him.
And the General Committee are worrying right now.
They did not exercise or give him this immunity because he said peacefully. They gave him this immunity because they gave him this immunity because the laws have always been in place, and it took the Supreme Court to pull out the laws that says the decision that said that it took the Supreme Court to expose this law then that says it's in place for presidents before him and presidents after him. So it wasn't because he said peacefully, because he never said peacefully. Actually,
you need to go and watch the video again because there's so much explanation. You did not watch the video.
Listen to what I did watch the video.
You have the right to go and protest peacefully.
You have the right to go and protest peacefully, but he never tell them to go down there and take the place peacefully. And how can you go, bro? He told them to go and take back.
To go and destroy the building.
He told them to go and take it.
That is one part.
He used the word take. He used the word take. So how do you take the capital peacefully?
this is the first time in history that a coup or an insurgency was done without weapons or persons killing anybody. The only
Of course, because majority of them were white.
Was a former Air Force person that was killed and shot in the Capitol building.
Man, because 99% of them were white. If it was some,
Jesus Christ!
If it was,
all right,
listen.
Race into it, it only proves that you're trying to force an argument. Get race out of it.
Okay, stop talking and read my comment section. Let me say something for you, right?
No, I don't.
No.
Comment section is in your bubble. I'm going to agree with you, my friend.
But that's our reality. That's our reality. I live in the world you live in, so I'm very familiar with people like you who think that you are some honorary, oh, I'm different from they are, and accepted on that side, and race doesn't exist. It's a lie. Let me say this again. If there were that crowd that took the Capitol, if that crowd was 90% black that took the Capitol, there would have been crazy bloodshed that day.
So okay,
I have to ask you that because we tried to what
during the destroying of different cities were they crazy bloodshed?
What are you talking about?
The Black Lives Matter riots and the destroying of other countries, other states, and other cities were they crazy bloodshed, and most of those persons were black and of mixed race.
The what?
Yep. When Black Lives Matters were protesting during
Black Lives Matter,
and black people and white people were outside protesting, burning down buildings, destroying buildings, were they killed and shot like you're trying to emphasize right now?
Okay, but did you know that a lot of the looting and a lot of the damaging, burning stuff that was going on was done by white people during the Black Lives Matter protest?
Do you have selective criticism or you choose to see what you want to see?
No, I see what I see.
We're coming out of Best Buy, mixed people, black, white, and Hispanic.
Bro, listen. The people were being followed around by cameras, okay? There were even a group of black people that were following around white people who would infiltrate them, who would infiltrate the black crowd and try to incite trouble, spray painting people's businesses, breaking windows. White people were doing it. There were white people who were white folks were doing it.
No, you see, no, you are lying now.
Oh my gosh! How am I lying when the videos exist?
That were inciting the riot were FBI and CIA agents.
How am I lying? How am I lying when the videos are out there for us to see?
Okay, the same videos that
I don't care what organization they belong to. You're telling me about they were this right and this organization. Okay. I'm telling you that they were white people who were out there. So of course they weren't going to shoot them down. They weren't going to kill them. 90% black crowd tried to take any government building in the U.S. There will be bloodshed. Especially you're not taking the damn Capitol. You're not strolling through it like they did. You're not climbing up on the walls and being all over it like they did. And every friggin' black person knows that.
So that's what it makes.
Even the ones who act like they don't know that.
Non-violent for the most part when they enter.
Say again?
So when they enter the building, when the door was opened by the person guarding the building,
they were breaking shit up in there.
Persons were outside doing the violent stuff, making an effigy of.
Okay, now I know. Now I know you are the one that's being selective with your memory because they were damaging shit inside of the building.
When they were being tear gassed.
Brother, they were damaging stuff inside of the building. You as a black man really sit here and try to paint a picture. Oh, they took the building peacefully and they just waltzed through. And this is the first insurrection that was non-violent. Man, they were fucking up the inside of the building. What are you talking about?
One person in the whole insurrection was killed and was killed by a staff member of one of the senators. You are selective in your criticism.
No, you're selective in your memory.
You are not willing to look at things from both sides.
I am.
Because you have seen the argument that you're making.
Brother, I am. I am. And you criticizing me is not bringing your point across. right? Because now we get into criticizing each other and not stating the facts. Let's put it like this. Now we're going at each other. You don't see this. You don't see this. Okay, let's quit that, right? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's agree. It's all good. Let's agree to disagree. Because I know what I saw, and I'm a grown-ass man with full sight, vision, and intelligence, and another human being cannot tell me you didn't see what you saw. So let me see what I saw, and you see what you saw, and we leave it right there. Right? No problem. No problem. No problem. We see things differently. So just leave it right there, right?
Can I make a last point?
Go right ahead.
Based on everything, people being arrested, people being jailed, it was so terrible that even the Supreme Court looked at the persons who have been prosecuted and said, judges, lawyers, the law that you use to prosecute this individual was not created for that purpose. So most of those persons that were charged, legal battle was proven to be right because the legal system for the DOJ used the law to prosecute them. That was even the Supreme Court tell them that that was not right.
All right,
I'm aware of that.
Wrap it up quickly for me. Make your point. Let me.
That's the point I'm trying to make. My last point. Are you aware of that decision that was brought down by the Supreme Court?
Okay, I am aware that me and you see things completely different.
Thank you very much.
That's all.
You are a biased person. You're thinking, and
there you go. Back to that, and that's all you can do. So when you get off the phone, I will put my audience on to proper information. You're on the right track and wrong train. I'm gone. Yo, listen. Here is. So the decision was written by Chief Justice John Roberts, established a broad new immunity from prosecution, not just for Trump, but for past and future presidents too. Presidents may, and this is what they said. This is what he's trying to explain. This is what they actually said. They said that the president may not be prosecuted for exercising their core constitutional powers. And even in situations where former presidents might be prosecuted after leaving office, they are entitled to at least presumptive immunity from prosecution for official actions they took as president. One step further, such immunity is needed, said the Chief Justice, the person who wrote it. Such immunity is needed in order to protect an energetic and independent executive who is willing to take bold actions and make unpopular decisions when needed. So it wasn't because he said peacefully go over there and protest, because he never sent the crowd over there peacefully to protest. He said, go and take back your America. Are you going to sit here and just let them? So when you say take and tell a big crowd like that who is armed to the teeth to go and take, there is no way to take the Capitol. There is no way to take the White House. There is no way to take. You understand? That brother right there that called, we call that the only fly in the buttermilk. He really sees stuff from other people's eyes, if you know what I mean. Just for the simple fact that you cannot admit that if that same crowd was 90% black, they would have not been able to even enter the Capitol. We wouldn't have been able to kick off the door and go in and, oh, I'm in Nancy Pelosi's office, put my foot up on her desk. Fuck these things, bat shit off the wall. Hey, take a picture of me right here. Man, there would have been blood and bloodshed. I remember when a majority black crowd tried to protest outside. Did you not see the military powers that they brought out? Those guys were standing, trigger finger tapping the well of the weapon at the ready to go. And we could have only gotten so far, and that was it. So how is it that they were able to climb up on the wall, them, kick in door, go inside? It was the privilege. And a lot of my brothers and sisters too often mistake that privilege for something that might be extended to them. And I'm here to tell you that that privilege is never extended to you and your kind. The only time you're needed is when they need you to make numbers. That's it. After their goal is accomplished, their number is no longer needed, then you realize that those privileges that you fought for don't really extend to you. Then you're mad as shit. You're like, oh, but I was out there too, boots on the ground, fighting, trying to get these right. Yeah, you did get the rights. You fought, you got it. They needed the numbers. We need 50,000 people right here to make this happen today. That's when they pull y'all in and say, look, we're over here, blacks for Trump. We're in numbers. And then when it starts to pass, oh, damn, we not included. How come I can't do this? Because ninja, you can't. Okay? That's reality. But to see a person, a black person, just bold face be like, that doesn't exist. And once you start to talk to me about color, I know. Really? We live in the same world? Really? Listen, man. Let me close out this part saying this. I don't harbor racism. I don't respect the racist, as in somebody who thinks that there is one race that is superior to others and therefore others must be treated inferior to them. I don't respect any human being like that. I'm not like that. I don't promote that. I don't try to make friends with people who are like that. So when I speak and I say certain things, it's never from a place of, oh, black this, black that, black this, black that. I'm the first one to come up here and tell you that some of the most fucked up people for black people are black people. So I don't go around looking at people and be like, oh, you black, I'm going to vote for you. Oh, you black, you my friend. Nah, because that's not how it works. And it's time for us to wake up and wise up. Sometimes it's a white man that has your best interest at heart. It's not the black man in the suit that's talking about, come on over, vote for me. I got your best interest. I'm a brother. I grew up around here just like you did. Came up through the struggle just like you did. And then he signs every friggin' piece of paper that could you royally and your children's children royally and smile to your face. And that's how it goes, right? But hey, I don't explain myself, Sheldon Manor. Talk me a talk. See? Sometimes explanation is needed though. Can everybody understand on the same level? Two. That part. One more phone call. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Okay, can't talk. No, what's up? No more phone calls for the morning. I was gonna talk about this morning is Kai's birthday morning. You see, we have to go pick this back up later. I might go live later on, but we have to go pick this back up later. Today is Kai's birthday. Wifey got to go to the gym. Everybody got to stay on schedule, and I got to do my part to make sure that it happens that way. So I'm going to let it happen that way. Matter of fact, when we leave, when it's heated and nice, it keeps the conversation going in the comment section below anyways. So keep the conversation going in the comment section below. If you see Paula Llewellyn's picture on the icon, it just means that we were supposed to talk about her. Paula Llewellyn wants everybody to know that she's doing fine. Her back is still broad, and she even changed her name or added a piece to her name. And the piece to her name that she added is resilient. And she said with her faith in her God, nobody can shake her or move her. You understand? And she's still out here trying to get back to the position that she has, which is the head of the DPP. That's that. On everything else we spoke about this morning, we're leaving it right here this morning. And I'll catch you on another day, which should be tomorrow morning, or maybe even late tonight. We'll see. Big up on yourself. Manners and respect to each and every one of you. I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much. Walk with God. Be good. Be realistic, though. It's important to be realistic, right? I'm out. Peace.